Understanding two fundamentals of light will make it so much easier for you to master light in all of your photography work. This is the second video in a two-part series to make these two concepts very simple to comprehend so that you can implement them during your next photo shoot. In the first video, which I have linked in the description of this video, I explained the inverse square law and how it affects the look of the lighting in your work. In this video, I'm going to talk about the quality of light, or how hard or soft your light is. In upcoming videos, I'll show you some of my favorite lighting setups in action here in the studio with a model. If you understand the concepts of the inverse square law and quality of light, you'll better understand why I place the light the way that I do, then be able to replicate it or adjust it to create the art that you're excited about. To be notified when these upcoming lighting videos, and not to mention photography business videos and technical videos and the mindset of running a photography business videos all come out, be sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Before we start looking at demonstrations, let's define what hard and soft light are. Hard light is a quality of light that casts harsh and well-defined shadows. To create a hard lighting look, you need a small lighting source in relation to the size of your subject. Let's use the sun as an example. Technically, the sun is a huge source of light. However, because it's so far away from us, it's very small in the sky in relation to us. This is why if you look at the shadows on the ground on a bright sunny day, those shadows are very crisp and sharp. Soft light is the exact opposite. It avoids casting harsh shadows. With soft lighting, the transition between light and shadows become more even, and the shadows will be less defined. To achieve soft light looks, we aim for a larger source of light in relation to our subject. Continuing with our outdoor example. Think about going outside on an overcast day. The sun is still shining, but now it's passing through a blanket of clouds. So rather than the sun being a small point of light in the sky, it's illuminating the clouds, making it a far larger light source that's much closer to us. The result is a much softer and even light. As I'm about to show you, we can achieve the same effects of hard and soft lighting in the studio depending on how we modify our lighting. I'm going to cover some examples with artificial light in this video, but in upcoming videos, I'll show you how to do some of this with window light as well. My good friend Kesley was kind enough to sit in for this demonstration, and the light that I'm working with is an Einstein E640 from Paul C. Buff. First, I'll show you the setup, then the result. We're starting with a hard lighting source. I have a 7-inch reflector on the light, making it a small light source. And before I show you the shot that I took, you can see how defined and crisp the shadow is on the backdrop. Here's what that light looks like in a photo. Note how crisp and defined the shadow is on areas like Kesley's cheek and on the side of her nose. Now, let's make the light nice and soft. To do this, we're going to make the source of light much bigger. I switched from a 7-inch reflector to a 4-foot octabox. As a note, since I'm now diffusing the light, I did have to adjust the power of the strobe. And again, before we look at the results, you can see the shadow on the backdrop is far less defined. But how does it look in the shot? You can see that it is a drastic difference. The transition from highlight to shadow is much more gradual, and the light is not nearly as punchy. Let me also be very clear. One is not better than the other, hard light versus soft light. It all comes down to how do you want the light to look in your work. You are the artist. You need to envision your work before you ever put a light in place. Once you have that vision in mind, it becomes far easier to decide which light you'd like to use. Does all of that make sense? If you have questions, feel free to post questions in the comments below, and feel free to join my education group on Facebook, which is also linked below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And by now, there's probably a card telling you to watch another video that you might like, so go ahead and go check that one out. It suits you. It works.